Now, in response to the SIDS, okay? Now, it is disgusting to me that so much has been put out about SIDS and there is no corroborating information, etc., as to how whatever we're talking about could have been prevented, okay? SIDS is a tragic and terrible thing that often happens from something completely random. What you want to do to stop any of something that could be completely random is you want to have all of the odds in your favor that your baby will not pass away unexpectedly from SIDS. Okay? One of the things is that you do not take anything that is not approved by your obstetrician when you are pregnant. Okay? You're going to want to take a prenatal vitamin that your doctor prescribes, and you're going to want to eat really healthy. Now, my kids are grown. It's been a while. So now they don't even want you to really eat things with mercury, like tuna and stuff like that. And they didn't really have that back when I was, pregnant. But I some of those are things I'm not well versed in. So definitely look at the type of diet that they suggest right now. So you want to eat really healthy. You want to drink your milk. You want to take your prenatal vitamins. You do not want to drink. You do not want to imbibe in substances, and you do not want to smoke. Okay? All of those things increase the odds that your baby could have something happen to them. Okay? Now, saying that you have done everything that you can to have a healthy pregnancy. Oh, and before you conceive, one of the biggest things you can do to prevent neural tube defects. Neural tube defects are what happen in those very first even hours sometimes of conception. And so what you want to do is you always, from the time that you are able to conceive, so when you start having your menses as a woman, you should start drinking orange juice, something with vitamin C, and make sure that you do something that makes that vitamin C absorb well. Look it up. The best possible way is to have your body having a good source of vitamin C and already in a good position, so that if you accidentally conceive or if you conceive on purpose, that baby's going to have the best possible chance. Of all of the things that can go wrong, it's a miracle that any healthy baby is actually ever born. So like I say, you're going to want to stack up the odds in every single way that you can. Now, what I was saying is that there have been so many new things that have came out, even since my oldest is 34. So back then we could have cute little cribs with the bumper pads, and because I was in high school and I was pregnant my whole junior year, I took advanced sewing and I made my baby's crib stuff. I even made the wall hangings and everything to match. So I made the bumper pads, the quilt, and everything like that. Now, even then, they, said it was common sense, basically, to keep your baby away from any blanket or otherwise. But you could still lay your baby on their tummy. And that was because the spit up, you don't want them to, inhale their spit up. Now, one of the things that came about by the time my youngest were born was the Back to Sleep campaign. And so the Back to Sleep campaign wants you to put your baby on their back to sleep, literally back to sleep. They do not want you to have any type of blanket or anything of that sort in the crib at all. The bumper pads, if you have them, need to be of that breathable mesh. If you have a child that has reflux or respiratory things, they do give a wedge that goes like under the sheet, and you can put those on. One of my preemies needed that for her GERD. So you're not going to want to have any loose blankets, none. They don't want any. They have in fact made these sleepers now, kind of like a straight jacket, if you will, where they're just Velcro, so there's nothing loose at all. So really look into the Back to Sleep campaign. Of course, you're going to want to be holding your baby, during the waking hours and whatnot, because a baby who's on their back too much, they start to really get that the misshapen heads now. That's a whole new thing because of the back to sleep, and because your skull is not formed when you come out the birth canal. So when our babies used to be on their bellies, their heads shaped nicely. Now the back to sleep is causing some of the, that's where you're seeing those little soft helmets and stuff, and some kids needing some physical therapy for that. So that's there. Now, one of the best things that I believe has ever came out for the prevention of SIDS is there is a man who tragically lost his baby to SIDS. So he went and made it his life's mission to prevent other babies from dying of SIDS. So he created the, I can't even think of it right now. The halo system. So it's this bassinet, and it is the freaking best bassinet you could ever even imagine. It curves towards the mother, so you can have it right next to you in bed, so you can pull it. It goes on a base that turns 360 degrees, and then you can pull that bassinet over to you, so that if you're breastfeeding, because that's one of the big risks too, is if you're breastfeeding and you fall asleep with baby, and then that's where a lot of SIDS happen. It's from the co-sleeping, which is really easy to happen. You know, you're tired, your baby's tired, you just cuddle up together and whatnot. You don't want to let that happen, because that increases your odds of having a baby die of SIDS. So as difficult as it is, that's why this bassinet by Halo is amazing, because you can have it right there next to you. It's amazing for if you had a C-section, because you just pull the bassinet top over. It has a little area for you to hold diapers and stuff, so you can change the baby in and everything. And then they made one for twins too. I sold a ton of these when I worked at Nordstrom, because I feel so strongly about how much easier it would have made my life had I have had the Halo bassinet, especially with the twins. So for anybody that you know that is having a baby, you or anybody you know, get the Halo bassinet. Now with that, he has made, or the company has made, the Halo sleepers, the bedding and everything like that. So you're going to want to stack the odds, so everything is stacked in your odds, so that the chances of something terrible happening to your baby are lessened, because that's what you want to do. As the topic of SIDS keeps getting thrown up in our faces because of you know who, I feel that more information about what SIDS is and is not needs to be known. Now on this topic, there are rumors and whatnot that came out that she was in the bed with the baby, blah 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 blah. I don't know all of them, but what I said in trying to continue to put good information out there, she's saying this and that, and that, oh, her baby was up on a wedge with a blanket around it. And well, you know what? There you go. Shouldn't have had a blanket around it. Want to play? Don't take apart what I'm saying, because I'll get you every freaking time. Okay? Now, is it her fault that she had a baby die of SIDS? No. Okay, I have not seen the certificate. I don't want to see the certificate. But the way that she acts, would you put a baby in her care? So, we don't know what she was like before. And a lot of people want to just go in that way and say, oh, yeah, well, you know, this really messed up her life, and because of this is how she is. Okay, so you would think that she would treat the remaining 3 children like gold and never let anything happen to them, and love them every second that she could, and never say one mean word to them. Well, we have heard the horrible ways in which she talks to her son, who is in and out of prison, okay? The other 2, I believe one is older and does not contact her, and then the other one is being raised healthy with her father, and there is the restraining order against her daughter and whatnot. Okay, I understand that things happen, teenage years can happen and whatever, but there's a pretty long and significant history showing that she's not the greatest freaking mother. Okay, so I just want to put that out there, that I'm not the idiot here. She wants to turn the tables all the time and say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, bitch, I have 6 kids. 3 of mine were premature. My youngest 3 were born in 2 days less than 1 year. One of mine has cerebral palsy. I have spent a lot of time in maximizing the potential for my children who were born premature to make sure that they had the best possible chance. And you know what? Every single one of my kids entered kindergarten with 4th grade reading levels. Okay? My last 3 all graduated 2 years ahead. Can you say the same? None of my 6 have ever been in jail or accused of a crime or any type. They've all been honor students. I've never been convicted of any crime. You want to keep playing? We'll do the never have I ever game, Michelle. You're not going to like it. Okay? I don't like what you're doing trying to put innocent people behind bars. So stop trying to do that shit. Stop your lies. Get the hell off the internet like you're supposed to be. And I won't say anything. As long as you stay off of YouTube, I won't say anything. So stay off of YouTube. We won't have these problems. It's that simple. I give as I get. And when I want to get on YouTube, I don't want to see you. You're not supposed to be there. You've been deplatformed. You know that. So anybody who is complicit in allowing you to be on their channel is also breaking terms of service, and any and all money that you get during a channel that you pop up is subjected to have that money reversed. So, stop. Stay off of YouTube and stop making me have to correct your silly things that you put on when you're on. Then it won't happen. You see, it's you. So every time that you do something, there's going to be an equal and opposite reaction. Okay? I'm done with you. I want to be able to go onto YouTube and have my side of the YouTube streets clean and free from the pollution of your voice. So, with that being said, again, if anybody has the urge to give her money, please look up the local SIDS Foundation and give generously, or buy somebody that you love the Halo bassinet or the Halo system. Or if you're bored, go and look up SIDS and look up the Halo system, HALO. It's just that simple. It's not terribly expensive. It's not, just your basic cheap bassinet, but God, it's worth it. It would be, like I say, it would have made my life so easy. So with that being said, thank you for this little tidbit and PSA about SIDS. Thank you.